We are thrilled that you're here to learn about the second cycle of Age-Friendly Howard County, which we have entitled Collaborate, because we want to see collaboration in this second cycle in greater quantities than ever. I have the pleasure to serve as the MC for today and to be able to introduce some really amazing speakers to you. But before I do that, I want to acknowledge a few people in the audience. There are a number of our Commission on Aging who are present, and I would ask them to either stand or raise their hands so that you can recognize our commissioners. They work very hard on your behalf as older adults in our community. Councilperson Deb Young is here from the County Council. Thank you for taking the time to be with us. We have some representatives who I'm going to announce as speakers here from AARP and from the Maryland Department of Aging. We have mostly a lot of really distinguished people sitting in these seats. And why do I think you're all distinguished? Because in an age-friendly community, everyone counts. Everyone's opinion counts. Everyone's energy counts. And whether you're sitting here today or you go talk to someone and they come and be part of Age-Friendly Collaborate, tomorrow they're going to count too. So each and every one of you can wave your hand too, because you're all special as well. We have a number of individuals here today who have worked with us during the first cycle of Age-Friendly Howard County. And if you could either stand or raise your hand, I'd appreciate that as well. We have members, there you go. We have people who have been in our work groups, people who have helped to work things through, both from the planning perspective and in the implementation. So the staff of Age-Friendly Howard County is 2 people. Actually, it's not 2 FTEs, it's not 2 full-time equivalents. It's me and my colleague, Morgan Spleet here, but we also have other duties because we sit in one of the most amazing offices within county government, the Office on Aging and Independence. And as an office, we do incredible work. And without the support of our administrator, Ophelia Ott, and the director of our department, Jackie Scott, we couldn't be as successful in Age-Friendly Howard County as we've been. So I want to acknowledge all the support you've given us these last 5 years, and ask for that continued support for the next 5. Just as I'm asking it of all of you and everyone you're going to touch, as we talk about where we need to go to become a more age-friendly community. And what does that even mean? What does age-friendly even mean? It means livable. It means we want to be a community that is healthy and safe for people of all ages. A great place to grow up in, a great place to grow older in. Alrighty, let's get to the other people that you really came here to listen to and not me. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you our county executive, Calvin Ball, who has a few words to share with us today. But I want to thank him in particular because were it not for that initial letter he sent to AARP saying, yes, Howard County wants to be age-friendly, none of us would be here today. So, Dr. Ball.
Good morning, all. And first of all, I'd like to thank Terry. Please give Terry a big round of applause. She works so incredibly hard, and as you saw with her introduction, is very inclusive and makes sure that everyone is seen. And I can't tell you what a pleasure it is to be here today to celebrate our progress and build toward an even brighter future of being an age-friendly county. What does it mean to live in a community where everyone, regardless of age can thrive. In Howard County, we've not just asked this question, but together we are answering it. We understand that inclusion and access is more than a mere talking point. It's a way of life. We strive to ensure that people of all ages and abilities can live their very best lives, especially as they age. According to our 2020 census, almost 30% of Howard County residents are over the age of 45. And nearly 15% are over the age of 65. That same census showed that Howard County's median age rose from 37 in 2010 to 39 in 2020, indicating that we are truly an aging population. These numbers remind us that Howard County is not just growing, but we're evolving, with an aging population that deserves dedicated focus and care. When I first had the honor of becoming your county executive, it was important for me that we took action to become a truly age-friendly community. On what was the last day of my first year in office, we came together to launch our age-friendly initiative with the World Health Organization and AARP. We aspire to be a place where older adults want to grow older, and we are continuing to reach that aspiration. To be successful, we embrace collaboration, new thinking strategies, dedicated resources to support the well-being of people of all ages. And to build on this success, AARP recently recognized Howard County for our accomplishments of being an age-friendly Howard County as we initiate Cycle 1, which ran from 2019 through 2024. As a member of the network of age-friendly states and communities, Howard County has successfully met the challenge to reflect on services, resources, and opportunities and pursue continuous growth and improvement. It is through an age-friendly perspective that Howard County remains a place where everyone should feel like they can thrive and where they belong. Today, with the launch of Age Friendly Collaborate, we're taking bold steps to ensure every corner of Howard County can reflect our commitment to inclusion, accessibility, and opportunity for today's residents and future generations. This phase continues the work of creating environments that promote safety, health, and engagement. It is through partnerships and collaboration that we can expand access to affordable and accessible housing, transportation options, expand employment opportunities, increase opportunities for social engagement, and more. Age-friendly initiatives are not just for our older adults, as you heard Terry talk about. They benefit everyone in our community and help us to prepare for a future while addressing the needs of today. Now, since becoming an AARP designated age-friendly community, we have made incredible progress for our community, from working on food insecurity, to housing, from caregiver support, to ageism awareness. As an age-friendly community, Howard County has been and will continue to work to be successful. Together, we've established an innovative Healthy Foods partnership between the Roving Radish program and our school system to help reduce food insecurity, address the digital divide, providing 14,000 Chromebooks to eligible households, with more than 400 going to older adults. Supported more than 250 family caregivers with free online portals that has shown to reduce stress, improve care, and reduce hospitalization. And that is just a small sample of the things that we have been able to accomplish together. Now, as I reflect on my journey, knocking on 50 and being a caregiver myself, I'm even more inspired to work with you in a community where we embrace dignity and joy. We want our community to be one in which we grow people and residents who want to grow older here. And President Lincoln once said, in the end, it's not the years in your life that counts, it's the life in your years. In Howard County, we remain committed to the ideal that everyone should be able to age with dignity and enjoy the very best quality of life. And together, let us continue to innovate, collaborate, and make Howard County the national model of what an age-friendly community can be. Thank you to our wonderful panel and guests, and thank you to each and every one of you. God bless.
Thank you, Dr. Ball. I know you have to leave us for another engagement, and we appreciate you coming by to help set our stage. Now, we're going to move on to the agency that is on our plaque. If you haven't visited us at the Age-Friendly booth, I want you to do so. AARP is the national organization that works under World Health Organization with all of the age-friendly communities here in the United States. And we are privileged to have two speakers from AARP Maryland to address today, you today. And so I would like to bring up now Jen Holtz and David Conway to speak with you. Jen, I realized that I didn't write down your exact title properly, but I'm gonna let you do that.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Absolutely thrilled to be here to celebrate the incredible work done by Howard County. My name's Jen Holtz. I am one of the Associate State Directors for Outreach at AARP Maryland. How many of you knew that every state has a state office for AARP? I ask this everywhere I go, and those hands keep going up, so I'm really excited about that. We are your friends and partners at AARP, so anything you need as far as AARP is concerned, questions you have, please come to us. But I'm here to say that I'm so impressed, and we are so impressed by your team, your determination, your resourcefulness, all of it, everything that went into the planning and the execution of your 5-year plan is a model for the country, as the county executive said. You all went through a lot in the past 5 years. And I can hardly believe that it's been 5 years since I was standing in front of all of you announcing that you were going to embark on this age-friendly journey. Age-friendly communities are vital in today's world. They not only enhance the quality of life for older adults, but they also foster environments where everyone, regardless of age, can thrive. By addressing the needs of all age groups, over time, these communities become vibrant, inclusive, and supportive places to live for all who live there. AARP believes everyone deserves to feel safe, respected, and valued in their community. Our mission aligns perfectly with the goals of your age-friendly initiatives. And we are dedicated to supporting Howard County for many, many, many years to come. I'd like to emphasize your use of the word collaborate in developing the next phase of Howard County Age Friendly. By working together and leveraging the strengths and insights of all stakeholders, you can continuously build a community that meets the needs of its residents and that is sustainable. Collaboration is not just a strategy, it's actually the cornerstone of success here. So a heartfelt congratulations goes to the entire team and leadership behind Howard County's County's age-friendly efforts. Terry, you are simply amazing, and congratulations to your team. Thank you for all of your hard work. As you embark on your next phase of Age Friendly, just know that AARP has your back. All you have to do is say the word. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm David Conway, AARP Maryland State President. The AARP network of age-friendly states and communities serves to educate local leaders, engage residents, and encourage them to implement changes that make communities more livable for people of all ages, especially older adults. As a 50-year-plus resident of Howard County, I'm proud to know that services, supports, and opportunities to socially engage will continually be presented to me and my wife as we choose to age in place. My mother, who turns 100 next month, thank you, is also aging in place independently here in Howard County. Age-friendly efforts directly affected our quality of life and will allow us to thrive in this county for many years to come. In my work at AARP, I'm a huge proponent of healthy behaviors, brain health initiatives, preventing social isolation, and so on. The work you are doing here in the county directly aligns with our work at the state level, which is personally very, very exciting. We are thrilled that Howard County will continue the next phase of this journey through the Howard County Age-Friendly Collaborative. And as you know, AARP stands by you as a partner and friend in this process. We are grateful, really, for your commitment and hard work that's already really driving major outcomes for the county that I call home. Thank you.
Well, thank you both, Jen, Dave. So you heard we have a friend. We have a friend in AARP. We have a friend in World Health Organization. We have colleagues across the nation, and we really have looked to other jurisdictions to see what they've done in their age-friendly work. But we don't have to look very far, because right here within the state of Maryland, we have an incredibly exciting initiative that was started by Governor Wes Moore just about a year ago. And I get the privilege now of introducing to you the Secretary of the Maryland Department of Aging, Carmel Rhodes, to speak with you about Longevity Ready Maryland. And I hope that you're going to see right away how what we're working on as a state dovetails perfectly into the age-friendly efforts within our county. So, Secretary Rhodes.
I always comment that being short, I always seem to follow men who are like this tall. And then I come up and I'm like, hello. So I have prepared words for you, but I'm going to go a little off script, which makes the people who write my speeches extremely nervous. But I heard some things today that I want to reflect back on. First of all, when I've lived in Howard County for over 30 years. And when I hear the talking points about friendly for all ages, that really resonates personally for me, because I raised my children here, and now my grandchildren come and spend time with my husband and I. And we enjoyed all of the things about Howard County that make it such a special place, and it's the reason why we chose Howard County, for its diversity and inclusion, and for its progressive approaches to community life. And now that I am looking at 70, coming right up, and having the opportunity to have my grandchildren come and spend time with me, it is so gratifying to still feel like this is a county where I belong. I am not looking at, where are we going to go now that we're older, now that we're empty nesters. I'm digging in. I'm like, I'm here, my kids are gonna swim in the pools, walk on the pathways, enjoy all of the wonderful things at the county fair, that Howard County has to offer. The other thing I wanted to connect to is that when the governor asked me, would I come out of retirement to become the Secretary of Aging, I unequivocally said yes. And the reason I said yes was because that I do believe that in our later phase of life, we have extraordinary things that we can bring to serve our fellow residents. And one of the things the governor asked me about in the interview was, what did I think about age-friendly? He already knew about age-friendly initiatives. And I told him that I thought that the work we would do through the State Department on Aging would actually allow Maryland to be able to be designated as an age-friendly state. And so we have a plan now that we've been working on. The governor signed an executive order for Longevity Ready Maryland. And this means that we're focusing on the full life course. This is just like age friendly, about aging friendly, about recognizing the dynamic process that occurs across our full life course and ways that we can stay healthy, financially secure, socially connected, and purposeful across our full lifespan. And so we've worked on our goals and objectives for the plan over the last year. Many stakeholder groups, not dissimilar from what happens with Age Friendly. And we've been very fortunate. We've had AARP very involved. We've had our local area agencies involved and many, many other stakeholders across the state. And now we have 4 very bold goals that as we work toward accomplishing them, we will make Maryland a real example for the rest of the country. So our goals include creating supportive and inclusive communities for all ages, stages, and abilities, promoting the ability for economic opportunity, which really means looking at multi-generational workforces and opportunities, preparing Marylanders to be able to afford longer lives. Our society, our programs, our services, and our systems have all been constructed with the expectation that we weren't going to be here past about age 65. And you heard, County Executive Ball say his mom's going to be 100. That is a new norm, and with it needs to come many, many changes to the way we think about our community life. And our last goal is around investing in programs that support healthier, more purposeful lifestyles for Marylanders. So we will be having a public comment period for the Longevity Ready Maryland plan starting in March. And it's an iterative process. We were discussing this a little earlier. It's an iterative process and a dynamic process because the plan is a 10-year plan. And we recognize that there are so many things we do not know about what the next 10 years are going to bring. But we do have underlying principles which we are operating from, which are very, very conducive to Maryland becoming an age-friendly state. So I'm looking forward to collaborating from the state agency to the local area agency on aging and to all of you here in Howard County. I can't wait to live in this county until I'm 100. I think it's going to be fantastic. And I express the deepest gratitude to all of you for helping to make that possible. So thank you and congratulations on your past 5 years. Looking forward to the next 5 years of Collaborate.
So it all sort of fits together like a great big puzzle. So we did a lot in the past 5 years. It's time to celebrate that a little bit. I think we hit a lot of the elements that Secretary Roque spoke to. Looking at how to make sure that there are opportunities for life to be purposeful, regardless of our age, regardless of our ability level. We addressed things around health, a little bit around financial security. We also looked at things around housing a lot. So while Dr. Ball did address a few things that we succeeded in, I get the opportunity to show you a few more. I want to say to you, with my magic wand here, I want to say to you that the first age-friendly cycle was really a tremendous success. We completed or are in process with completed or remained in process with more than 80% of the initial action items in our first plan. We had over 120 action items. That was a lot of work. A number of those items are still in process simply by virtue of the fact that they're really long-term. They're long-term because you have to plan for today around housing issues that will come to fruition in 5 to 8 to 10 years. So we needed to start them. I don't get the opportunity to tell you all of the things that we succeeded in because we didn't sign up for have the church through the entire weekend. But I do want to point out to you that when you came in and checked in, you were handed a half sheet of paper. And on one side of it, it encouraged you to go to our website and read our plan, our report about the last 5 years. Really want to encourage you to do that. There's a QR code as well as the line. There will be, as well as the URL address. There will be hard copies available for those of you who really want a hard copy, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get them back from the printer yet. It goes through a lot of detail about what happened, what we were able to do as a community. Let me highlight a few of the things that we did, however, succeed in, and I'm going to leave the other 110 or so for you to read on your own. So we opened the age-friendly fitness lot at Centennial Park North. These are real-life pictures, although there's a poster outside near our table that shows a rendering of it as well. There are strength training and, I'm sorry, I'm losing the other word. Strength training and cardio, pieces of exercise equipment there for people 13 and up. It's located in a neighborhood park, which also includes in it an inclusive park for children that has, among other things, wheelchair swings that children who use wheelchairs can participate in, a communication board for those small children who are unable to verbalize their needs, and an enclosed safety path. So this is truly, this small park at Centennial Park North is inclusive from 0 up to that 100-year-old mom of yours. If you haven't been to Age-Friendly Fitness Lot at Centennial Park North, please go out and join it. And yes, it is for free. Yes, it is open all the time. Probably a little chilly right now. The second I want to share with you, also outside and in 2 of our parks, are our tables for connection. Now they're pretty cute looking, aren't they? They're solar powered, they're wheelchair accessible, they're tables that serve as Wi-Fi hotspots, charging stations, as well as a quick resource hub for people who want to connect both digitally and in person. So you and I can go and sit and have a conversation, We can take out our phones, which I forgot to ask you to make sure you turned down, but I did when I sat down, and charge them. We can plug in our laptops and charge them. And if I have a motorized wheelchair, I can plug that in as well. There's also a space there, not just for me to sit down, but for my colleague Miriam to sit with me, who is a wheelchair user. So it is totally inclusive, and it's located, and it uses solar power only. So we're not on the grid. We put it in an area that did not have Wi-Fi capability. 2 areas that did not have public Wi-Fi access before. So that was pretty exciting too. And we're hoping that this is just the start of some other opportunities. I'll go through this one a little more quickly. Very exciting thing that we did with our information and communication group. And what they did was to develop an age-friendly guide for creating readable materials. It is a guide for businesses, faith communities, nonprofit organizations, and our government agencies to utilize to be using age-friendly and in many cases ADA guidelines and language to make all of the printed materials that go out to the public and materials on a website easier for everyone to read. It also helps to educate people who are putting these together about why it's important to have a certain font size, why it's important to have high contrast for those of us with an aging eye or who may at any age have some low vision issues. And in there we also speak to good use of graphics, and we speak to language that could be seen as ageist or ableist. It's a wonderful document, and by March, we will also have a video series available that will be on our age-friendly website for anyone to access to learn how to use it and why it's important to use this kind of age-friendly language. So it's just another step in making sure that we're being inclusive. And I think that that's one of the things that I'm really very proud of within our plan. Other progress we made across other domains. Dr. Ball hit on a few of these, a lot around digital inclusion. We started working with AARP in the Senior Planet. We give free digital and skill classes to adults 50 and over across the county. We've had a couple of technology donation events, which really also helps the community as well. We've improved our diabetes management through our health and community services domain, both through training and food deliveries. And when I say this, these aren't just Howard County government. We got information from a lot of our partners, and everyone's working together. And that's part of what the Collaborate part is we really need to be looking at is what's everybody doing, or what can they be looking at to do a little differently and tweaking a little bit more to make sure that we're all, businesses, nonprofits, et cetera, doing to best serve the community. We were successful in our housing work group to get new housing options added to the general plan, and very proud through the transportation area to have complete streets policy fully implemented. I'm going to wrap up the past by talking about something that I'm extremely proud of, and it comes from my colleague, my friend, Morgan Spleet, who worked very hard on our Ageism Awareness campaign. It is an award-winning campaign. We won the 2024 Innovations in Aging Award from US Aging. We offer training to individuals and groups so that we can begin to address, the attendees can begin to address ageist feelings, experiences and thoughts and begin to reverse them, learn how to advocate against those ageist thoughts, feelings, and experiences. We offer community discussions, and within it, within the campaign, Morgan developed, and we as an Office on Aging and Independence have put forth these positive aging affirmation cards. And if you didn't come over to the table and I didn't already hand it to you, please come and pick up your pack. And you can pick up more than one, along with the Ageism Awareness brochure. We want everyone to know about it and to tell us if you want to come and get more training. But the positive affirmation cards are for you. A lot of what we know about ageism is that we carry things in our heads that we've learned from what's been taught to us. Unfortunately, our parents were taught this, and we teach it to ourselves, and we keep it in our heads. This is a little young looking for me. Oh, I'm too old to do that. All those things that we say to ourselves that we don't even realize we're doing. We want to replace those negative thoughts with some positive things, and that's what this works on. Before I turn this over, I have something I want to share with you that I think is pretty exciting, and it is around our Ageism Awareness campaign. So give me about 60 seconds of your attention. Excited about Ageism Awareness. There's a lot that we did. Let's talk about what we're about to do. It is my great pleasure to announce and to introduce to you Morgan Spleet. She is the Livable Communities Program Manager. She is my colleague. She is my friend. She's my right arm and my left arm on any given day. Morgan.
Beautiful. All right, can we get back to the PowerPoint? Is that on me? Yep, it is. All right, thank you, Terry. Thank you, everyone, for coming out today. Today, we launch our second cycle of Age-Friendly Howard County. Isn't it so cool to be a part of an age-friendly community? What a privilege. Today, we gather all of the lessons that we've learned and all of the successes that we have from our initial age-friendly cycle, and we start our commitment to collaborate and to be a driving force. That is what I'm asking you to be, a driving force. Do you know what that means? What is that? A driving force is someone who has the power to cause change. You are here today. You are showing me that you are ready to be a part of the change, to use your power to collaborate and take an active role in making Howard County even more age-friendly. Together, we are a driving force to build a safer, healthier, and more livable community today and for generations to come. In Age-Friendly Howard County Collaborate, we will work together to keep this momentum going. We have accomplished a lot, as you've heard today, but there are still ways that we can be more age-friendly. And we will achieve more by collaborating. All right, look at us. We are a team. We're in it together. Yeah. So where do we start? Who's doing what? Any takers? You're all in on it. As I said, there's more ways for us to become more age-friendly in Howard County, and together we get to decide what we want to achieve over the next 5 years, between now and 2030. That was always the number that was kind of, oh, in 2030 this will happen. It's happening now. Just as we set up our goals for ourselves in the last age-friendly action plan, we get to start fresh. We get to set ourselves up for success over the next 5 years. What I want you to do is to ask yourself, what would make my community safer, healthier, or more livable? For instance, Dara is a 47-year-old Howard County resident and a family caregiver for her mother. Dara visits her favorite coffee shop every Wednesday, but has to leave her mother at home because the coffee shop is too loud and too busy. She knows that her mother's going to get overwhelmed and have a bad experience. She just wishes that there was something we could do that would allow them to go to their coffee shop together. So, Dara attended an age-friendly Collaborate listening session. She shared her and her mother's experience, and she wanted to help businesses make change to become more age-friendly, especially her favorite coffee shop. Dara joined the Age-Friendly Business Certification Work Group. The work group agreed that there were low-cost steps that businesses could take that would make their locations more accessible and welcoming to people of all ages and abilities. The group created an age-friendly business checklist. They recruited local business owners who wanted to expand their customer base and improve customer satisfaction. Businesses who took those extra steps to improve age-friendliness were certified as age-friendly businesses. Dara's coffee shop participated. The owner provided ageism awareness and hospitality training to staff. They widened their walkways in the cafe, and they reconfigured the flow from entering to ordering to pickup. These low-cost changes reduced noise, reduced crowding, and ultimately improved customer service. Dara was thrilled. Next Wednesday, Dara and her mother will share a cuppa together at the coffee shop. That is how you can be involved. We need you to join work groups to make small and big changes to make an impact in Howard County so it can be a welcoming place for everybody. So, what would make your community safer, healthier, or more livable? I hope to see you at one of our upcoming listening sessions. On the back of that half sheet that Terry mentioned is a QR code to take you to register for one of those listening sessions. Registration not required. Just show up. You're welcome. Please continue the conversation by considering to join one of our age-friendly work groups. Sign-up sheets will be outside. I'll tell you all about it. And then together, we can decide what steps we want to take to achieve our goals. So, on that note, I have 4 calls to action for you. Number 1, explore the boards. Out in the lobby, there are 8 boards set up around the room. These boards represent themes that are relevant to the age-friendliness of Howard County, and we want you to consider where we want to focus those efforts. So I challenge you to visit each board. What does each theme look like in an age-friendly community? All right. Number 2, share your ideas. When you're visiting those boards, use the Post-it notes to write down your ideas, your recommendations, any way that you think this theme could help us be safer, healthier, or more livable. Does the theme resonate with you? Does it not? Why or why not? Let us know. You can also take that time to give us your contact information if you want to pursue that theme a little bit more and maybe join one of our work groups. Number 3, volunteer your time. When you came in, this is the half sheet of paper. On the back, we really want to hear from you. Our 6 listening sessions are already scheduled for February and March. Please come out, you can see me, we can chat. I want to hear what's important to you. And last, number 4, treat yourself. The cafe is open and we have an array of hors d'oeuvres available. Please stay hydrated, stay energized, network with each other, and then go back and keep exploring those boards. So that's your call to action. Explore, share, volunteer, and treat yourself, always. Thank you. All right, and before I hand it back over to Terry, I want to invite one more person up to the stage. Please welcome the Director of the Department of Community Resources and Services, Jackie Scott.
Thank you so much, Morgan, and thank you all for being here. Thank you so much for your continued support, Madam Secretary. We just thank you so much for all that you do to support us and our AARP partners. We could not have begun this journey without your advice and counsel and support, so we thank you. So I'm just taking the last moment of privilege to ask Terry to join me here at this podium. You know, I tell people, you may have heard me say it a lot, that community is not just in our name, it's who we are, it's what we do, it's how we do our work, and most important perhaps, it's our why. It's why we exist, it's why we do what we do. And it is because of the dedication of team members and leaders within the department like Terry Hansen that our community thrives, our organization thrives. And many of you may not know this, but Terry is retiring after 20 years of service. And this is such an accomplishment to leave us with and to entrust us in. But without Terry's hard work, commitment, and vision, and partnership and collaboration and all those wonderful big words, but just because you're who you are, and just because every day you work so hard in a humble manner, I wanted to say thank you in front of your community, our community, and those who have benefited so much for your hard work and vision. And we want to congratulate you on retirement and thank you for all of your services. So I present to you this little token of our appreciation.
Okay, this wasn't on the agenda. Thank you very much. 20 years in Howard County, Office on Aging and Independence, and 40 years in the field of aging. This has been an incredible 5 years, and I know the next 5 are going to be amazing. And I thank everyone who's been part of making this a success, because this is not a one person, this is not a 2 person, and this isn't even a 50 person ordeal. So for all of you that are here, go out and find 10 or 15 or 20 people to bring in and help us to make the next 5 years at least as successful as the first 5. That said, I think we're ready to go out with those 4 calls to action. Join us out in the lobby area, and let's keep going. Thank you.